Welcome to the book launch ceremony of the handbook, Homeopathic Management of COVID-19. This period of pandemic has brought us all together here. We have with us here people from various walks of life, all having the same mission. We are happy to have with us Padma Shri Professor V.K. Gupta, Chairman Scientific Advisory Committee, CCRH, Dr. Rajki Manchanda, Director of Ayush, Justice Kurian Joseph Sir, retired Supreme Court Judge, and many more. At the onset, Dr. Amar Bodhi is invited to address the gathering with a welcome note.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you all to this book launch ceremony. Time was too short as we are dealing with an entirely new situation. We are seeking to find a rational way out of it. This book launch has been organized at such a short notice because of the pressing need of the time. On behalf of the development team, I welcome Padma Shri Dr. V.K. Gupta Sir this sermon. Sir is an inspiration to every homeopath associated with him. His advice to all, never give up and you will succeed. These words become the catalyst which stimulated us from an idea to be made into a book. Once again, I welcome Padma Shri Dr. V.K. Gupta. Now, I welcome Dr. R.K. Manchanda Sir, Director of Ayush, Government of Delhi. Three of us in the development team have been associated with Sir since many years. He is a constant source of inspiration. Many times, when I find myself in a dilemma, his prompt and clear-cut advices has helped me immensely. In the initial stages of this work, when we discussed the idea with Sir, he advised us to give a wide publicity without losing time. Sir, welcome to this function. Now, I have the honor to welcome Justice Kurian Joseph Sir. Sir, your humility and sense of social responsibility has always struck me as your strongest trait. You are always in the front line when it comes to service. I welcome Sir to this wholeheartedly to this function. Now, I welcome Mr. Mayur Jain, publisher of IBPS, from IBPS, who took up this challenge of bringing out this book in such a short time. I welcome you, Sir, to this function. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Deepa Manoj, social worker, and Dr. Sakhi John of Jamia Hamdard University, a public health expert, for their support and their relentlessly and constantly and selflessly work in distributing homeopathic medicine in 3 containment zones in Delhi and some slums, and they collected the data for the preparation of this help for preparation of this book. And welcome my seniors, not seniors, my senior principal, former principal, Dr. Mukesh Chawla Sir, my HOD, Dr. Rajini Chavan Sir, and my principal, Dr. Asha Chaudhary, and many more senior colleagues and my friends from various professions. I welcome you all, and who has spared their busy time from their busy schedule to be part of this function. All of them are here because of their belief in homeopathy. Now, homeopathy is the common thread which binds us together. Once again, I welcome you all to the function. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bodhi. We have with us here, many people have joined in, and I am happy to welcome the Joint Secretary, Dr. Shakil Ahmed, also he has joined here. Now it's time for the release of the book, Homeopathic Management of COVID-19, a Handbook. With immense pleasure, I, on behalf of the August gathering, invite Padma Shri Professor V.K. Gupta sir, who has been a huge support to us in this venture, to release the book and also address the gathering. Over to Padma Shri Professor V.K. Gupta sir. It's visible. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I request you to address the gathering.
Yes. Good afternoon, dear Dr. R.K. Manchanda, Justice Korean Joseph, and friends. I'm happy to be part of the launch ceremony of the book, Homeopathic Management of COVID-19. A book of this nature was really the need of the hour. Art and science are two sides of the coin. I firmly believe that perfection is achieved when an artist becomes a scientist and scientist becomes an artist. The great Albert Einstein once said, after a certain level of technical skill is achieved, science and art tend to coalesce. Homeopathy is a perfect answer of this. Today, homeopathy is being practiced in more than 100 countries of the world. According to WHO, homeopathy is the second most popular system of treatment worldwide. It is non-invasive, safe, effective, user-friendly, and has a very high compliance rate. It is safe even for infants, lactating mothers, and pregnant women. The content of this book is highly motivating. It will be of immense help to the practitioners in collecting data scientifically so that it can be used to validate the efficacy of homeopathic treatment in previous prevention as well as in the treatment of any epidemic disease in future too. I wish all success to a team of 5 young authors who have brought out a valuable book at such an extraordinary time, which has thrown upon us a great challenge as well as an excellent opportunity to spread homeopathy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for releasing the book and also for the inspiring words which will motivate the homeopathic fraternity to move ahead. The journey of this handbook dates back to early COVID days, sometime in March. It would be nice to hear the authors speak more about the book. On behalf of the authors, I invite Dr. Pramod to provide a glimpse about this handbook. Now over to Dr. Pramod K.
Respected Padma Shri Professor V.K. Gupta sir, Dr. R.K. Manjanda sir, Justice Korean Joseph sir, other dignitaries and my dear colleagues from homeopathic fraternity. At the onset, I would like to thank this gathering who have joined hands in working towards the mission. Today, as we all know, the whole world is working on finding ways and means to combat the progression of COVID-19. As rightly pointed out by Dr. Gupta sir, the need of the hour is to accelerate the development of effective interventions. In this way, we have developed the handbook on homeopathic management of COVID-19. So, what homeopathy can offer in this pandemic? This question has haunted us day and night. The work was initiated during lockdown period. Initially, it was just as a proposal for the Government of India on the Honorable Prime Minister's portal. Later on, with action plan, Government of Delhi, day by day, more and more contents included, and homeopathic therapeutics and research protocol were added. Our attempt was go into the depth of homeopathic philosophy and trace out how Dr. Samuel Hahnemann and great masters of homeopathy have dealt with such situations. And in our literature, we have come across a lot of experiences and success stories of management in times of epidemics. But homeopathy is often discarded and questioning its philosophy and scientific validity of its researches. Even when homeopathy have been the second system of medicine, supporting and curing the patients in India, especially in rural areas, the authorities lack confidence in relying on homeopathy. So evidence-based research with scientific rigor in the field of homeopathy is required. There needs to be uniformity in clinical trials and case taking. Keeping all this in mind, we have included homeopathy therapeutics with a standardized case-taking format, follow-up, and scoring of symptoms. A research protocol is also included. This will help in collecting the data, enabling large-scale studies. This can be made use of not only in pandemic COVID-19, but also in case of researchers in other diseases. This handbook provides a working model that can be followed for containing and combating pandemic COVID-19. Here comes the importance of teamwork, and a structure for formation of team has been included, especially in the areas of prophylactic management. The handbook includes homeopathic therapeutics, selection of medicine. The selection of medicine is based on principle of similia. As we know, the selection of medicine is based on principle of similia. For accurate selection of medicine, as said by Dr. Richard Hughes, the principle of similia further elaborated as generic, specific, and individual similarity is applied here. It is on the basis of this principle we have provided the homeopathic therapeutics for mild, moderate, and severe cases of COVID-19. During this journey, we had opportunity to treat COVID-19 positive patients. We are very grateful to Dr. Manjanda sir for providing us with this opportunity. Experiences gathered from field of treating COVID-19 patients using homeopathic therapeutics in the form of case studies are also included in the handbook. These exemplars shall be useful for practitioners while selecting medicine according to the principles of individualization. Attempts have been made to include areas of further research, namely immunotherapy and nosodes, homeopathy as a biodefense therapy, and also its role in animal husbandry. In appendix, the standard operating procedure to be followed while dealing with COVID-19. This handbook is a humble attempt to highlight the usefulness and effectiveness of homeopathy in handling pandemics. We hope homeopathic fraternity, with the support from government, will take the mission forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pramod, for providing the contents of the book in brief. As mentioned by Dr. Pramod, this book was not visualized in this form. It got evolved day by day with experiences and suggestions received from many learned homeopaths. Dr. Rajke Manjanda, Director of Ayush, was the first among them. In spite of his busy schedule, Dr. Rajke Manjanda generously gave his time for holding discussions. He had meticulously gone through the book and provided valuable suggestions, which led to the inclusion of many topics. Namely, future areas of research for homeopathy in the handbook was a result of the discussions that we had with him. With great gratitude for the inestimable help provided by you, sir, I invite Dr. Rajke Manjanda to address the gathering. Over to Rajke Manjanda, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. I respected teacher Dr. V.K. Gupta, Justice Kurian Joseph ji, and all the proud authors, Dr. Amar Bodhi, Veena Bodhi, Pramod, Ashita, and Manu Varghese. Congratulations to all of you that at last we have been able to publish this book. Many, many congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
As we all know about COVID, it is a new disease. Nobody knows about it. The first step everyone is doing to repurpose the existing knowledge. In all the systems, few drugs are available, how we can purposefully use during this pandemic is one of the challenge. And for that, the most important thing is how to arrange that information, existing information with respect to COVID. So after reviewing your book, I realized that you have done a wonderful job, that learning from the past experiences, how homeopathy can be used in COVID, you have been able to properly elucidate. And now if you have added those research topics, so that is where entire homeopathy community of the world is working now. Fortunately, Pramod could get opportunity also to treat few patients during early times when he was posted in COVID centers, and he must have included all that information in this book. So this book is going to be a very handy tool for anyone who want to work in COVID with homeopathy. This book is not telling that we have a treatment in homeopathy as regard COVID is concerned. This book is telling that what are the various possibilities are there in homeopathy if we have to, for this COVID pandemic. This book is telling about the historical aspect, how homeopathy has been able to use in such pandemics with success. So probably this is the first book in homeopathy as far as I know. So again, congratulations. Now it is for the homeopathy community to pick up few points from this book, further validate and do some practical application of this book. And this is challenge of the authors also, that whatever they have written now for next few months, they must try to validate in their own clinical settings wherever they are working. And now we know that there is a community spread. Many people, those who have no contacts, are also reporting with COVID symptoms. So all of us are having opportunity to treat those patients with homeopathy. So with this book will be a handy tool whenever we are facing with any COVID patient. So with these words, thank you very much for inviting me for this program, and my best wishes to the authors and all those who are present here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was our pleasure to have you with us for this book launching ceremony and for all those motivational words, which will keep all of them to move ahead, especially the homeopathic practitioners. And we are hopeful to move ahead with your support in this mission. During this COVID-19 pandemic, we had received support and help from various sources, especially for distribution of homeopathic prophylaxis. Justice Kurian Joseph, sir, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, who is an active and devoted social worker, was on the forefront in helping us. As an eminent person outside the homeopathic fraternity, on behalf of the authors, I invite Justice Kurian Joseph, sir, to speak on the occasion. Over to
Thank you,
Justice
Dr.
Kurian Joseph, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ashita. It's a great honor to be sharing a stage with the great gurus in the field of homeopathy. I can see Professor Dr. V.K. Gupta, Padma Shri awardee, and who is the Bhishmacharya of homeopathy in India as on today. And I can see Dr. Rajkumar Machanda, who is another Pidamaha Guru of this homeopathy. And I can see my very good friend, Dr. Amar Bodhi, Dr. Pramod, Dr. Beena Amar Bodhi, Dr. Manu Varghese, and of course, the Angarkam author, Dr. Ashita Ravindran. Let me first of all congratulate all of you for having done such a wonderful work. To my knowledge, this is the first ever handbook written authentically in the management of COVID from a stream of medical science. Nobody has dared to claim any treatment for this. But at least I must congratulate the homeopathy and homeopathy stream of or branch of medicine and all those others, and of course the Ayush Ministry and others who have taken pains and shown the courage to bring out the handbook on homeopathic management of COVID-19. As Dr. Manchanda rightly said, you can't take it as a book which prescribes therapeutics or medicine for a treatment. This helps you to manage what we call COVID-19 and other viral diseases. To me, I have found homeopathy working miracles in many fields. I myself came to contact with Dr. Amar Bodhi in that situation only. Mr. Jomi Thomas of Malayalam Manorama introduced me to Dr. Amar Bodhi. I was advised prostate surgery, immediate surgery for prostate, having had recurrent urinary infections. Then Jomi told me, no, don't, please wait. I will introduce you to one homeo doctor who will help you. You just try. You have nothing to lose. You can wait a couple of weeks also. And Dr. Amar Bodhi took the pains to go to my place, to come out to my place, had a detailed discussion about my specifics. And he gave me that medicine. I can tell you the medicine name or worse. I don't know. I have prescribed this medicine to many who have been suffering with this sort of prostate. And many have reported to me also just be very good. And I never had for a couple of 2 years. I was advised surgery in a couple of weeks, but 2 years have passed now. I never had any problem with urinary tract infection, or I didn't feel any need for surgery for prostate. Yeah, that's a personal experience. I just wanted to say how I've seen. I must share this because this is my personal experience, and I've seen such miracles working in homeopathy. And you must be wondering why, not because of Dr. Amar Bodhi and me, I came here. I came here from a different background. You can see Dr. Saki John and where is Deepa? Yes, Deepa Manoj from the Distress Management Collective. We have been working together in this particular distress management, and people had no clue as to how to contain this. So we distributed 40,000 medicine to 40,000 people, and Dr. Sagi and Deepa were all on the forefront in actually in the field for distributing this medicine. Initially, people had some resistance because on the day we took a decision, on the previous day, I had attended a seminar by allopathic doctors as to how to manage this situation. They suggested about SMS, sanitization, mask, and safe distance. This was their SMS. And they told me there is no other medicine as of now. I asked a question directly on their face. Do you think that there is no other medicine, some other stream of medicine? Though the doctor tried to argue with me, I said, this is not a time for argument. We'll discuss it later. But I told him, don't claim monopoly for, I had that courage to tell him that we can't claim monopoly from any single brand of medicine. There is no harm in seeing the light coming from any other source. And definitely I can tell you, from my several experiences in homeopathy, I've seen a better management in containing viral diseases, viral infections, particularly infants, as Dr. Gupta rightly said, is a very safe, non-invasive, and comparatively very affordable. I don't know, people do not have any, do not attribute much value to this because, it's very cheap. Suppose you go to a doctor and ask for a bill, he may not give you a handsome bill. Your problem, sickness is cured half probably by a big bill. The shock itself gives you a half cure, but as far as homeo is concerned, you don't get such a shock. You get a very comfortable and affordable type of treatment also. Since Dr. R.K. Manchanda is also here from the Ayush, I would like to just make a couple of observations. See, India is known for its all these branches of medicine and light coming from whatever sources. India has never ever shut its what they call opportunity for any light from any stream. Ayurveda came that way, homeo came that way, allopathy came that way, a lot of experiments came that way, several religions came that way, several new thoughts came that way, everything. India is such an open, vast country also. I don't know, some reason homeo research in homeo is not, I do not find that much of an importance being attributed to the research in homeopathic stream of medicine, as we see several such experiments going on in the allopathic stream. You have several such programs in allopathy for entertaining this research for treatment in allopathy branch. Dr. Manchanda, I'll tell you, we must be, since I come from the branch of law, you should have equality before law and equal treatment before law. Homeopathy is a recognized system of medicine, and the government should attribute as importance as you are giving to other streams of medicine. It may not, it is, people do not see it if you have an injury, if you need a surgery. Well, no homeopathy doctor says, don't go for surgery, your injury, we can give you some homeopathy. No, that's not the situation. See, it needs to have an integrated approach. This is what I wanted to say. We need to have an integrated approach of a multifaceted approach, or multi-faculty approach, multi-stream approach as far as homeopathy. And homeopathy should be recognized as one such stream where, a patient can be treated. It's not only experimented. I would go a step further from Dr. Gupta said, homeopathy is not for experiment. Homeopathy is for treatment and management. It is meant for prevention as well, because the basic approach of homeopathy is to prevent. It's not only treatments, to prevent by introducing its own virus in a particularly milder form, and is to combat your defense and immunity system as well. So my request to the ministry is, you must have a better promotion of homeopathy, and you must promote research in homeopathy. You must also recognize this as one important stream of medicine, and you should have an integrated approach along with the allopathy and Ayurveda, three streams of non-medicine. There are several other methods in India, traditional as well, but I think this is one such thing which we should, because this is the safest. Of all the non-branches of medicine I have seen, this is safest, non-invasive and cheap. For all the three reasons, it is affordable to India, a country of so many poor people also. Not because it is poor people, but this is the best, one of the best medicine available, which we can certainly try in pandemic. So once again, I congratulate Dr. Amar Bodhi, Dr. Pramod, Dr. Beena, Dr. Manu and Dr. Ashida in having undertaken such a timely action. As Dr. Gupta said, this is the need of the hour. People needed something in their hand. It's called handbook. Something in their hand to know what it is and how we can manage it. This is what you have done. Once again, hearty congratulations. All the best. God bless you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It's always good to hear from the ardent believers of homeopathy who speak about their experiences. And I hope the government also and the other authorities concerned will be listening to your speech and will give an opportunity for the homeopaths to clinically trial all this, their treatment, their therapeutics in the field.
Yeah, Dr. Machanda, just one more word. Since I did not speak about clinical trial, probably I cannot claim it, but I can tell you in the 3 places we distributed 40,000. Hardly any serious case of COVID was reported. This I must tell you. Though it is not an empirical scientific study, but I'm telling you, of the 40,000 people who had the advantage of this homeopathic medicine, there is hardly any serious case of COVID reported. You can have an empirical study in those places which will help you to take it forward.
Sure.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We hope to take it forward. And likewise, we have here with us Dr. Sagi John, Faculty, Department of Public Health and Hospital Management, Jamia Hamzat, and Mrs. Diba Manoj, Distress Management Committee, to share their experiences on the distribution of homeopathic prophylaxis. I would like to invite Dr. Sagi John.
Right.
Now over to Dr. Sagi John.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes. Sir.
Right. Yeah. Respected Padma Shri Dr. V.K. Gupta sir, Dr. Rajkumar Ajinder, Justice Kurian Joseph sir, Dr. Amar Bodhi, and all my all doctors or all others, and also actually the homeopathy other colleagues. Extremely, I am delighted to be amongst you all for this wonderful event. Especially, I take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Dr. Amar Bodhi and Dr. Pramod and Dr. Beena and Dr. Manu and Dr. Ashida Ravindra for taking out your time and taking out actually this handbook of homeopathic management for COVID-19. Basically, actually, I share my experience from actually this preventive medicine distribution. One word about actually this book. The beauty of this handbook is not only it tells about actually the screening and the clinical management protocols of a mild, moderate and severe COVID-19 cases, but also the beauty of actually this book, it gives the experience sharing from actually the field experience study, and also actually some of the case study. That's a real actually the beauty of actually this handbook, right? See, of course, actually the COVID is different from actually any other pandemic in our times. This era will mark as a pre-COVID time or pre-COVID period and a post-COVID period in our world history, because it crunches over all over in our economy, livelihood, health, social well-being, everything, right? So one Dr. Kurian Joseph sir actually already mentioned about actually this thing. When you see actually the public health, mainly we focus on actually the three issues. One is the accessibility, the availability and affordability of actually the health services in the community, particularly in a rural community or 70% of population, right? Which ISM has proved its efficiency and effectiveness. When you talk about actually the accessibility of rural population or poor population or underprivileged population, when you talk about availability of the services, the ISM has, Indian system of medicine has actually proved this efficiency and effectiveness and affordability, as well as the affordability of actually the health services is concerned, right? Actually, we have proved, the ISM has proved actually its effectiveness and efficiency. I'm sharing one small example. Already, sir has mentioned. Under actually the leadership of actually Dr. Kurian Joseph, we have distributed almost 10,000 bottle for actually different 10,000 household. Only the near about 36,000 to 40,000 the population, they have used actually this truck, right? The happy news is that till now, it's the last 2 months, none of the cases reported from this population. Right? As a faculty, we are trying to actually come out with actually some kind of actually the research paper on this, on this actually this population. Yes, as a faculty, we are trying to actually get, come out with, we may need actually some kind of actually help from your side also, but this is a very good result. That is what I'm telling. As Kurian Joseph said, we need actually the integrated approach and one under actually one umbrella, and also actually the awareness. The government should take actually some kind of actually, they should promote actually this homeopathic medicine, especially the Ayush, and the budget, especially only the 1% of actually the medical budget we are allocated for actually the medical research, and also actually the permission for actually the clinical trials, right? That now actually we have to, because COVID pandemic I see as an opportunity for actually the homeo medicine, particularly ISM, particularly for homeo medicine. We can take it as an opportunity, right? So now actually the government or central government and the state government actually they should increase their actually the budget allocation for the medical research, right? Only 1%. The total medical research we are only spending actually 1%, right? I hope actually the COVID is a good opportunity, or rather than the challenge. Thank you very much. Definitely, actually, we can work together. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity for the giving to the DMC India. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sagijon. Now I would like to invite Mrs. Deepa Manoj. She was with us as soon as we approached the Distress Management Committee for the distribution of the prophylaxis, homeopathic prophylaxis. She was ready to, they put it forward in the committee, and then they were the people who had come forward to give it to the, distribute it to the people. And I would like to welcome Mrs. Deepa Manoj to share her experiences.
First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for inviting me to this great occasion. As we know, the entire world is fighting against the COVID-19 pandemic. Self-human immunity is the best and only available tool as of now. We can say without any doubt that Arsenium album 30 is helpful to increase our human immunity. And personally experienced the positive impact of Arsenium album 30 because my entire family use this medicine and we all are protected as of now. Moreover, being a social worker, I was roaming throughout Delhi and NCR in association with distribution of materials to the needy people. Getting in touch with Dr. Pramod through Sri T.G. Vijaykumar sir and Dr. Amar Bodhi through our dear Justice Kurian Joseph sir, it was really incidental. But through this real relationship, we could reach out to thousands of families across Delhi and NCR. I personally and on behalf of Adli Social Justice Foundation and Distress Management Collective wish this handbook, Homeopathic Management of COVID-19, may become a guiding lamp and ray of hope for the practitioners, government missionaries, as well as the general public for an effective implementation and coordination during this pandemic situations. Congratulations and best wishes to the entire team. Thank you, thanks, and best wishes.
Thank you, madam, for sharing your experiences as well as for those kind words to us. We will now hear a few words from Dr. Manu Varghese, who is also an author of this handbook, about his Kerala experience and the working model. Now over to Dr. Manu Varghese.
Respected Dr. Padma Shri Dr. V.K. Gupta, Physician to Honorary President of India, Honorable Retired Justice Kurian Joseph, Honorable Director Dr. R.K. Manjanda, and by beloved team members and dear friends. It's an honor to be a part of this august audience and extremely happy to be a member of this innovative and dedicated team led by Dr. Amar Bodhi, Dr. Beena, Dr. Pramod, and Dr. Ashita Ravindran. These articles were written at the time of the initial period of COVID-19 in India as a bid to represent authorities about homeopathy strategies to be made. I had dealt with homeopathic prophylactics and strategies based on my experience I had in Kerala as a member of state-level expert group of REACH, Rapid Action Epidemic Control Cell Homeopathy, of an organization of Department of Homeopathy, Government of Kerala. Pandemic of this magnitude is managed by collective, cooperative, and integrity work of many departments and organizations working as one unit and not by one department alone. This is especially relevant in prophylactic strategy, where we need the support of local self-government, Ayalkutams, Kudumbashree that we have in Kerala, Adwal Ashas, Arogya Sena, and all. We have support of revenue, police, and of course, public health people. This strategy is the need of the hour and will be the beacon for all prophylactic activities in future. So that is the model we are working in Kerala. We are associated, we have a communicative command from state level expert group. We have a district level expert group, the trained reserve group in the lowest level. We have a committee of LSGD members, local self-government members, some other volunteers, private doctors, a private participation is there. So we have a group that helps us in distributing this preventive to other local people where there are a lot of containment zones. We are not allowed to go to certain areas. So the local Ayalkutams can distribute the medicines. That information command is being set up. That can be developed in different areas according to the situations there. So that has been detailed in that book. I hope these ideas will spark from this book, will light big lanterns in our fight in this dark phase of COVID-19 and in future epidemics. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manu Varghese. It is a Kerala model experience which we all look forward for. There were many learned homeopaths who have gone through the book in detail. We gratefully remember the comments and appreciation we had received from Dr. Seema Mahesh, Director, Center for Classical Homeopathy, and Research Head, IACH, Greece, which helped in bringing in more clarity in its presentation. Likewise, Dr. N.V. Sugadan, Principal and Medical Superintendent, Sharada Krishna Homeopathic Medical College, also had gone through the book and found it useful not only for the practitioners, but also for the researchers. Making of a standardized research protocol was an area where some of us with limited knowledge in homeopathy had to pitch in. Especially I also include in that same category. We remember with gratitude the help received in fine-tuning the research protocol from Professor Babu P. Ramesh, Ambedkar University, and Professor Neeta N., Director, CWDS. I would now invite Dr. Beena Amarbodhi to deliver the vote of thanks to our esteemed guest of today's book launch. Over to Beena Amarbodhi.
Good afternoon all. I shall be proposing a vote of thanks to acknowledge the contribution of those who made this day happen. I, on behalf of the development team, am grateful to Padma Shri Dr. V.K. Gupta sir for sparing time from his busy schedule to launch this book. Thank you, sir, for sharing your views about this book. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts too. It will be an inspiration to all of us to work earnestly to popularize homeopathy for the benefit of common man. Thank you once again, sir. I am immensely thankful to Dr. R.K. Manchanda sir for gracing this occasion with his words of encouragement. Thank you, sir, for your support throughout the journey, and we know that you will be there in future too. I wish to express my gratitude to Justice Kurian Joseph sir for spending time with us and enlightening us with his words of wisdom. We sincerely hope that his advice is taken up by the authorities and the needful be done in the near future. I would like now to acknowledge our gratefulness to Mr. Mayur Jain, publisher, Indian Books and Periodicals, for his passion, imagination, and creative acumen. Publishing of this book at such a short span would not have been possible without his wholehearted support. I express our sincere thanks to Ms. Deepa Manoj and Mr. Sakhi John for taking up the difficult task of distributing the medicines at the containment zone and collecting data with scrupulous clarity from these areas. This data which they had collected have helped us immensely. A special mention has also to be made of Surendranathan sir, who had been the technical officer in the Southeast Asian office of WHO. He was the first person whom we had approached for case records from WHO. His feedbacks was immensely useful to us. Thank you, sir, for being with us here today. We are indebted to our seniors who are here to bless us on this journey. I thank my colleagues for joining in by taking a short break from their duties. Their presence itself shows their support which we enjoy in any task we take up. Thank you so much, dear friends. I do not have words for our dear friends who are busy in the various professions, yet have come here out of love for us and a genuine wish to see homeopathy getting acceptance. There are a group of people we usually take for granted. They are our college mates and our family. Our college friends, seniors, juniors, and classmates are also here. Many have joined from abroad too. Our family members are also here. Thank you for being always there for us. Once again, I thank you all for joining in to make this program a huge success. Thank you.
Thank you, Beena Modi. And this is just a beginning. There is a long way to go. Homeopathy, with its merits of curing the disease without creating another, curing in the most natural way, makes it capable of venturing into treating any new or unknown disease when the symptoms of the disease are known and many more. It will be worth enough to show to the whole world how India, by joining hands and integrating all available system of medicine, have fought the battle to win over the coronavirus. We hope and we look forward to go miles together as a team. Thank you one and all for joining us here. We all, on behalf of all the authors, we express our sincere gratitude to all the eminent persons who have joined with us in this small pleasure of bringing out a book on COVID-19. Thank you one and all.